Hey guys, namaste. All right, I'm going to do a quick video on the concept of physical power. All right, okay, so let me just go through the slides on this and take notes, obviously, as I'm talking. And so here we go. All right, power is the concept of we went from energy to work. Work is a concept of changing an object's energy. Power is how fast we use energy. Okay, and so the equation for it is I don't know why there's a delta W there. Mr. Leonard made this slide. Okay, so power is work divided by time. In other words, it's how fast you change an object's energy, how fast you use energy. Okay. Okay, let me animations. These are stupid. Again, I didn't make these slides. All right. Okay. So here's the concept here. So we see two human beings, this little guy here and this big guy here. And you might ask, like, which guy is more powerful? Well, it might not necessarily be this big guy right here. Why? Because remember, it's the rate at which you're doing work. You could actually have a smaller person lifting a smaller weight. So they're doing work on this little guy is doing work on this little dumbbell there, but there's a time factor. So let's say that the little guy does work, but he does work faster. Okay, so he in a sense might actually generate more power than this larger guy right here. Okay, I know it's kind of contradictory. So if you take here's a good example. Cars are a good example. So power is like, for example, if you take two vehicles and they're identical, but one has a bigger engine in it, both vehicles could go from 0 to 60 and gain kinetic energy, but the one that does it faster is more powerful. So here, this 70 Dodge Charger here is obviously a more powerful, or has a more powerful motor on it than this little smart car. Why? But because it can use energy or change the energy of the vehicle a lot faster than the small little motor in the smart car can. Now, obviously, there's a price to this because using energy faster costs you. It costs you in terms of vehicles. It costs you in terms of gas mileage, things like that. So the advantage is that you can go faster, quicker, but the disadvantage is it lowers your gas mileage. So you have to be careful with the concept of power. It's not always a good thing. All right. I just put that in there because I thought this was cool. And come on, you always wanted something like this. So here we go. All right. So here's a concept that an engine of great power can do work rapidly. All right. That's what I just talked about. Okay. All right. Moving on. All right. And here's the other concept here. So because there's a time factor, it says a gallon of gasoline can do a certain amount of work, but the power it produces can be any amount of power because it depends on how fast the gasoline is burned. If you burn or release the energy slowly, then the T is large and you get a low amount of power. If you burn it fast, you get a large amount of power. Power is measured in joules per seconds, okay, which is defined as a watt. Watt? Oh my God, I am so witty. Oh man, I crack myself up. Yeah. Ooh. I'm sorry, I will never do that again. The other unit that we use that we measure power in is horsepower, and because a watt is kind of a small unit. So if you're talking about something that, trying to measure something that is powerful, you want to go with a larger unit like a horsepower. And a horsepower is 746 watts, okay, of power. Make sure you have backup in the case of a zombie apocalypse, all right? You want to have your primary weapon, obviously, which could be some firearm like shotgun or something like that. But you want to have a smaller backup in case something happens to the primary, okay? So just wanted to remind you guys of that. All right. So those are the notes on power. I'll probably do like another calculation video. to show you some power problems. But for right now, at least you just have the basic notes on it. And there you go. So have fun. And remember, enjoy your apocalypse.